grandmother is from Newport News, Virginia, and my grandfather is also from Virginia. They both were in New York really early on as teenagers.
I see. So they knew each other from here as opposed to there.
Okay. Yeah, they were married for more than 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they were. That was a real love story. And they had 3 children. And your
mother was the oldest?
Yeah, she was the first.
Okay.
This was my mother, a baby picture of my mother. And this is my mother's high school graduation picture.
And where was this?
This is in New York City. She went to Washington Irving High School. Yeah. My mother on her wedding day. My father.
And is this in
her
Queens
parents. This was in Harlem.
And is this your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom again. Yeah.
And
that must have been like in the 60s, 70s, early 70s, late 60s.
Yeah. Wow. Styling.
Yes, she was very stylish.
Wow.
Very Harlem. And my mother is born and raised in Harlem. She played the piano.
Oh, she died just 2 years ago. 3 years, almost 3 years ago.
This is her holding my oldest daughter, Majani. This is her with her parents at my sister's wedding.
So a lot of these photographs were from her then. This is her kind of archive.
Yeah.
Part of her archive, rather.
Yeah. She was all about family, so these are all of her children and grandchildren.
Okay, so now we're going to go to these other images, which are family images as well.
Yeah, someone's family.
Someone's family.
Every single one of these, the ones I've collected, I took from my father's collection. When I was a kid, I used to work in his antique shop. And anytime we saw pictures like this, we would set them aside. And it's just projecting African Americans in a way you rarely saw them during that period, you know, and the fact that they went to studios and you know, had these beautiful portraits taken. It's like going to my dad's house. He'll have a picture like this in a frame, like over a mantle. And I was like, who is that? Is that your grandfather? He's like, I don't know.
do you think that the pictures like this, what connection do they have to your book or to the inspiration for it?
Oh, no question. I mean, because I think they're so affirming. Seeing African Americans so proud in a culture where African Americans are often depicted contrary to this, you know, as somehow pathologized. From the time I was a little kid, my father always told me about our history and the people who were major players who probably would never be recognized.
Using the images.
Yeah, images, programs, you know, posters, and the ephemera of Black life. It was all around me growing up. When I did my first book of African American love letters, I thought I would use some of them, but then I ended up using photographs of the people who wrote the letters. So.
And I actually wanted to call to the stage someone who's doing some amazing work around archives. A wonderful award-winning journalist and NYU professor, Professor Pamela Newkirk. And Pam has actually 2 books. She has 3 books, at least. But 2 books, one of them, they both center on the Black Archive in terms of letters.
What I attempted to do in the work is present a multi-dimensional portrait of Black life through letters. So the letters began in the 1700s with people like Benjamin Banneker, but also with slaves. And the last letter in the book was written in 2008 by Alice Walker to Barack Obama. So it presents this kind of historical arc. There's Aaliyah Walker, who was a Harlem socialite. She held literary salons in her home, and this was one of her husbands. Yeah, I used these images in my book, A Love No Less, which was 2 centuries of African American love letters, because he wrote the most beautiful love letter to her that I used in the book. Yeah. But this is Freddie Washington, who was the amazing actress, probably best known for her role in the movie Imitation of Life. She became an activist, and I used both her love letters while she was a movie star and a letter that she wrote while she was protesting the lack of roles for African American actors.
My darling wife, just a few lines to let you know that I am well and thinking of you. I hope you're well and doing fine. Well, darling, I just came from the movie. It's 10:30, so our lights are out, and I'm writing this in the bathroom. So he was away
He was
in the military.
Yeah.
Wow.